Hello everybody, this is Reviews and More, and this is a very quick review, about 5 minutes, on a wax warmer from a company called bestidy. It's about $40 on Amazon. It comes with 5 different sets of wax, as well as some little protective rings and whatnot. It plugs into a center wall outlet and comes with everything you need to do a basic wax job for hair removal. So if you're someone who needs to remove hair on their body, this is probably a good little solution for you. It is all digital, which means you actually see the actual temperature it's set to. I believe it maxes out at around 200, but most of these waxes melt at 140, and it doesn't recommend anything over 176. So before we get further into the unboxing, just please take note that I do these for fun, and to keep the channel going, I kind of always ask and kind of beg for people to subscribe, like the channel, ask questions in the comments, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And we kind of run through this and go through all the fun little things this does. First things first, you got to take the whole thing apart, get all the tape off of it, and so it's a kind of pain in the butt, it's very sticky. Get all the wax out, make sure the silicone cup is clean. Again, this retails for about $40, and for what it is, I've seen stuff that retails for like $20, $25 that does not come with a silicone cup, which is very nice. The silicone is actually a very nice addition to any of these wax kits, simply because it's easier to clean. You just get the wax and kind of pop the cup out inside out, and there you see some nostril pulls. I will not be testing those, but you will see me test the wax. In this case, I'll use the green wax, which is aloe, or at least aloe scented, to kind of remove some of my coarse, nasty man hair off my arm, just for proof of concept. I would offer my wife up, but she doesn't want to be on camera doing this particular activity. So there's some wax sticks, everything else you need, all the various different color beads. I assume, based on what this is, the beads aren't required. You could use like wax discs. These are all hard waxes, meaning you don't need like a wax strip or anything. It just goes right on, you pull it right off. And I will say this right now, I am not an expert at this. I don't know how to do this perfectly or anything else. I just kind of follow the instructions. I lay it on with the grain of the hair. I rip it off against the grain. That's kind of what the instructions said. So there you see the pre-wax treatment. That's really just some like isopropyl alcohol and maybe a slight numbing agent possibly in there. And then the following after wax material is like a coconut oil kind of moisturizer, little spray. What's really nice about this is you're able to adjust the temperature to whatever you really kind of need. Most of these waxes will melt at 140, and they really don't recommend anything over 176 because you'll burn yourself, so don't do that. So here we go, start dumping them in there. It doesn't take too long for it to melt. It took about maybe 20 minutes for about maybe 3/4 of the bag to melt that I dump in here. Each of these bags, I believe, is about 3 ounces, and that's really only good for like one body part at a time. You're not going to get a whole lot of use out of it separately. You hear my phone going off. I'm super professional, but overall it works pretty well. Speed wise, so if you're not someone who wants to sit there and wait too long, there's other options, but remember, controlled temperature means time's not going to be super fast. So I set this one like 160 because I'm kind of splitting the baby between the minimum and the maximum that I recommended in the instructions. I did not have any burning issues. I had a little bit of irritation, but that was mostly because I don't wax my arms. I'm a dude. I don't tend to wax a whole lot. Some dudes do. I don't typically, but for the sake of the test on some coarse, nasty, overgrown hair, I'm kind of your example. There you see a little spot. It is a test. Just comes right off, and you'll see me do another spot with the pre-wax spray and all that fun stuff. As far as the pain level, it's pretty standard. I mean, wax, you're pulling hair out of your skin. It's going to cause a little bit of pain. Obviously, more sensitive areas cause more pain. Technique is kind of everything here. If you don't put it on right, it's obviously not going to pull off right. So if you're a novice, you're going to be a novice at it. Maybe a professional show you what they do first, and you'll have better luck if you use these kind of things at home. But overall, it does work. It does make a mess too. That's why they come with those little purple rings to kind of protect the item. But the wax, because in this case it's a hard wax, comes right off pretty easily. It just kind of pops right off once it's all done. You can wipe it off usually with a rag, and it'll kind of take care of it. So there you see it kind of starting to dry. I got the little handle piece at the very end because I'm going to yank that stuff right off. It only took about maybe a minute to dry to my satisfaction on my arm. And then you yank it off, and then all the hair is gone. You see my freckles more clearly. There you go. And there's not a whole lot else to it. Obviously, more sensitive areas require more care. So if you're planning on using this stuff on your sensitive bits or your armpits or any other area of your body that's not terribly used to being exposed to the sun or exposed to constant use or has calluses or whatever, you're probably going to want to be more careful than I was here. So Sorry for the focus going out of focus. So there you go. You see a little bit of irritation on that one. That's primarily because I didn't use the pre-wax treatment. On the other one I did, so it didn't really turn red at all. So I think that has something to do with it. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I just did it better the second time. But overall, really satisfied with it. Here you see the coconut oil spray. I think it's coconut oil is what they use as the base for this little moisturizer. Feels really nice. It doesn't have a very strong smell. And I will say this, the waxes that come with the kit, they don't have a terribly strong smell. You can smell them, but it's not like going to fill the whole room up. But other than that, it's $40. Good little buy. I'll be not using it because I don't want to use it, but my wife most likely will. So that's how we like it. And thank you guys for watching. And if you wouldn't mind, hit the like and subscribe button, and it will really help out the channel. Have a great day.